back to the SA Sports Show. Almost stumps. And
it's been great.
Been a great show. Been very impressive. A couple of very impressive guests there today as well. Gee, we got some stars, haven't we, coming up? Like
we got some
Charlotte
stars.
McAuliffe. That's amazing.
53.5 seconds for a 400 for a 16-year-old.
Right.
That's outstanding.
We'll be keeping our eye on her.
And it was interesting that she said that I learnt so much by, yes, coming fourth, not getting a medal by 0.07, but I learnt I was probably just, you're just perhaps not race fit in those conditions.
Yeah. Well, if you take a little bit of nervous energy as well,
exactly.
There's that 0.07.
Yeah. So I was so pleased she got that medal in the mix for
exactly
for
right, because she deserves something out of the meet. Yeah. Now, mate, the Brownlow, it's only just finished. It started on Monday night, but it went for about 5 days, like it does. Mate, count the votes. Just count the votes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, for God's sake. I mean, I think I just sent a message out on social media or something midway through.
Retirees.
Please just count the votes.
It was retirees, there was the goal, there was the mark.
I don't mind the goal, the mark. I don't mind all that.
But it's a long segment. That's the thing. It goes for a long time.
Yes, it does.
And don't worry about the ads. It was like a movie.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, every ad break was a movie. Go mow the lawns and come back. But congratulations to Lockie Neal.
Great
fantastic
win.
Player.
Yeah, great win.
He was a bit surprised.
Well, I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong in the Brownlow, I think.
Yeah.
And last night it showed. I think Nick Dacos had a game where he had 41 possessions, didn't even get a vote.
Yeah.
Didn't even get a vote. Now, if he gets a vote there, he wins the Brownlow. If he gets what he probably deserved. But then again, Lockie Neal, when they showed Lockie a couple of times where he got 3 votes, you could see almost the embarrassment on his face.
Surprise on that.
Really, that should have been yours.
Is it just an on-ballers medal now?
Oh, of course it is.
I mean, I always remember Craig Brully saying to me, I played 368 games and I got tagged 368 games.
He would have
Nowadays, the on-ballers, they play Russian roulette and they just go for it. No one picks up anyone else. And they get so much of the ball. Even if you lose by 10 goals, there's still those 2 on-ballers for the team that got beat by that much, still going to get you 30 possessions. And when you look at, you got Horn Francis, Rosie Butters, they just took votes off each other.
Yeah, well, in fairness to that, with Port Adelaide, I mean, Port Adelaide played, there were 3 games last night where they won the game, but didn't get the 3 votes.
I saw
which is a bit odd.
That as well.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah, and you got Bontempelli, you got Petrakis, you got Dacos, Nick Dacos, and when he was injured, his brother Josh got the votes.
Yeah,
it was sort of interesting. And then there's of course Anderson from the Gold Coast, who
terrific
son
player,
of Dean Anderson, who was a fantastic player.
Eric Goulden, the Swan.
Yeah,
now he had 40 odd possessions that last match.
That last match didn't get.
He got one.
He got one. He did too. Yeah,
and he got the BOG there.
Yeah,
he wins.
He wins it.
He wins it. So
then you got Crouch done very well. Dawson, of course, done well. Yeah, it was actually nice to see a full forward like Tex get 2 threes. He kicked 19 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, sure.
Because to me, it's just the on-ballers now.
It is an on-ballers medal,
I love to see. And the interesting thing is that when Port went down to the Crows, and when they probably got beaten by Brisbane and also the Greater Western Sydney, they ran with Butters and they ran with Rosie and they ran with Horn Francis. Why aren't teams doing that during the year? Rather than just big games like the showdowns or finals.
I was a big Rosie fan.
Why are they closing the on-ballers? Why aren't they all just closing each other down like they used to?
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. I thought that I said to a few people that I thought Rosie would pole better than Butters.
I thought that as well, because he carries the ball a bit more.
Brilliant player.
Brilliant player.
Even when he was run with, tagged and whatever, he still played really well.
Some of those deliveries from Butters, though, you can't even say that textbook, because I've never seen anything like it. He
across the body,
around someone's head, bounces there, left, straight to your teammate.
Very good player.
He's a brilliant player. And Dawson was fantastic for the Crows. He voted so beautifully as well.
They turned him from a half-back flanker into a big-body midfielder.
Yeah, he is a big, strong midfielder.
He's a terrific player.
But we've got the grand final as well. Wow, Collingwood versus Brisbane Lions. A lot of people were saying Collingwood. McInerney, Danaher against Cox, and I just think that they're going to see you're going to see. I think Brisbane on-ballers are going to see a lot more of it.
I like McInerney.
From McInerney than the Collingwood on-ballers. I'm heading towards Brisbane Lions as
they've got a big job. They've got a big job because they've got to go to Victoria. They've got to play Collingwood at the MCG. in front of, you know, whatever, 90,000, 100,000 or whatever.
Great Western City did. They should have beat them last week.
Yeah, and, you know, come on, you know, they're going to be, you know, there'll be 4 Victorian umpires running around, and no, they got a big job. But I've already tipped Brisbane. I think Brisbane can win purely because of their on-ball brigade, and I know that Collingwood are pretty strong in that area as well. Yeah. But I think first use is the key.
The first use, I mean, when McInerney actually got into that game in halfway during that first quarter against Carlton, he had 40 hit-outs.
Yes. Yes,
you know, and yes, Brisbane sort of ran away with the game after being 30 points down. Yeah, McInerney was unbelievable, and then they got Danaher to throw into the ruck as well. That's right. So they got some good tall men. Yeah. You know. Okay.
Well, that's the GF. That's on the weekend. Now, there's a couple of people we want to have a crack at. I want to have a crack at.
Of course
anyway.
You do. Yeah. Am I name down there?
Yeah, you're in there. You're in there. There you are. There. The Wallabies, mate. What is going on with the Wallabies? What's going on there? And you know, people apologising to us and all this sort of thing. I watched them against Wales, and I reckon I might have beaten them. They were shocking. They were. That's the worst I've seen Australia play.
Are other countries just developing their game? Is it, you know, and Australia's not?
You don't think we should be, Greg?
Well,
we've been up there for many years.
I'm hearing the results. I'm not watching a lot of it. Terrible. I'm hearing. I'm going, wow, we got beaten by them, and we got beaten by them. It's unheard of.
And we didn't get beat. We got thumped.
Yeah, we got thumped.
That Wales game, it was really hard to watch, mate. I was watching, going, whoa, hang on here, boys, what's going on? But we looked slow. We looked. We looked ordinary. That's what we looked. Really ordinary. And Eddie Jones now has nearly walked out of his press conference during the week. He wasn't happy about some of the questions asked, whether he was fully committed, which is a stupid question, really. When you're an Australian coach, of course you're fully committed to the job. But he just got let down. He got let down pretty badly, Eddie Jones, by the team.
Can I ask one thing? Is it the actual timing of this Carnival World Cup? Yeah. This time of the year that it affects Australia?
Not a bad point. Yeah, it's not a bad point. Because, I heard someone else...
We're tired.
I heard someone else say a similar thing, and I thought, oh, that's a bit of an excuse. But when you sit back and analyse it and think about it, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. But you don't play that badly, Greg.
No, and that's the other side of the thing.
They played really poorly, and I mean poorly. As I said, that's the worst I've seen them play, ever.
I'm not even going to bring this up, but what about our cricketers? What's happened there?
They're copping a bit of flack as well because they've lost their last 5. They won. I think they won the first 2 against South Africa, lost the last 3. Now they've got the 5 series going against India, and they've lost the first 2 there. So they've lost 5 in a row. But if you have been following it, it's a different team they're putting on the park every week. It's a build-up to the World Cup. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, okay, you don't like losing, but the biggest worry to me in the 50-over game that they've been playing is that they're chasing 400. Yeah. People are getting 400 against them.
They're hitting them.
They're smashing them. Yeah. They're not hitting them. They're smashing Australia all over the place. But
are we cute in the batting though? Is that?
Well,
do you think that's
I watched
that's
the
a
last
little
one.
bit of the. I've seen some replays. I think we look a bit cute, and when you. My era, your Steve Waugh, they go out there and they just protect. Yeah. There's nothing fancy. It's just about keeping your wicket.
Mate, I watched the last game against India. Admittedly, we're chasing 400. But we still had the power in our team to get them. But, they're playing these reverse sweeps.
I don't get it.
Sort of stuff. When you are a power hitter like David Warner, when you're a power hitter, why would you reverse sweep? You could hit the ball all over the place. Because the wickets are as friendly as whatever. You're going to make 400 there. The track's obviously pretty good.
That's what.
So, but they're playing all these millionaire shots and getting out. I know they're building up to the World Cup, so I wouldn't read too much into it because once we get to the World Cup and pick our strongest unit,
it'll be a different.
I mean, if you look back and saw all the players sitting in the dugout, like Mitchell Stark and there's a lot of power and a lot of to come back in, but they'd be disappointed. Yielding 400 runs every time they go out to bowl now. Yeah. That's the killer. South Africa did it to them. Yeah. India will do it to them.
So we've got plenty of sport on at the moment on TV, and I've just spent 6 days watching the World Athletic Championships, and that's just finished. And now we've got footy, we've got amateur league, we've got SNFL grand finals, we've got the Wallabies.
It's all happening, mate.
Oh wow, it's all fantastic.
And but one thing that for sure, we'll be back. We'll be back next week.
Oh,
really
South
appreciate it, mate.
Proud.
Thanks for coming in, Ando. Really good to see you again, mate. Thanks very much for staying with us, folks. I hope you enjoyed the program and look forward to catching up next week. Bye for now.